Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are joining us from. Welcome to Itchy Painty, the miniature painting live stream service for Resident Evil fans, by Resident Evil fans, of course, at this point. Our only fan in the chat right now is each other joining. Oh, there he is. Too late. I already dedicated the episode to James, my constant companion, and very dear friend James. Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm like MVP.
Yeah.
So I'm here every week.
Just a few seconds too
chat.
late. Just a few seconds too late, Joe. Sorry. Welcome to the chat, Choji.
Welcome, show.
Good morning. How are you? We're going to be continuing on our large, or as James coined it. What did you call him in our group chat the other day, James?
Bigurines.
Bigurines. And I gotta tell you, I laughed at that probably more than it deserved.
When I thought of it, I laughed too much as well. I was like, this is so stupid.
I'm like sitting at my desk at work, and Rebecca's like, "What the fuck is so funny?" And I was like, my friend James just said Bigurines, and he's
like, "What the fuck are you talking?"
She's like, "What the hell?" I said, "Oh, we're for the painting stream on Sunday. Like, we're painting large figurines," and he called them Bigurines. And she said, "Well, can I see what you're painting?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Why not?" And I said, "I don't know that it's particularly work appropriate."
Is it? I would. I
did. I ended up showing her, but I did want to prepare her for like the fact that it was a sexy demon angel. I didn't want her to think I was some like deviant.
Just sorry, I'm silent. A little bit silent because I'm making social media posts. So bear with me.
That's fine. James is our social media manager as well.
Oh, I posted it to my. Oh, fuck it.
To my.
It is what it is.
There we go. Let me see if I can find a better flesh tone for this. Flayed one flesh will give a shot today.
I think I'll be using Flayed one flesh too, actually.
What a copycat, James!
Well, I did some Raka flesh on the bandages on her ankle, so I want to kind of highlight that with Raka, I think. Sorry, Flayed one. Actually, you have Flayed one? I'd be Shabdy.
Flayed one's flesh is a very cool color. I like it a great deal.
He's good.
He's good.
What was I talking about before that? I said, "Oh, wait for that."
Every Sunday on First Aid plays. Oh, dang. I should have said that.
Yeah. Promotion is hard.
I don't know how.
Do you know what? Speaking of promotion, I tried to promote myself to somebody recently. They said that they play D&D and they're pretty new to it, and I said I wanted to know about their characters and stuff. Like, tell me about all your characters.
I don't know.
And they said, "Oh, you have way too much faith in me and my like I have no idea. I can't tell you anything about my characters." I'm like, huh? To tell, and then I was like, if you're looking for like for weekly games to play, like I have a thing, right? And I went over like more D spiel and stuff, right? And then they didn't reply to me back. So
I can't believe it.
I was I was like, okay, fuck. Like, it's hard enough finding D&D nerds as it is.
Now
and then
we
when I fucking find one,
now they're just like, and this is on Bumble.
Oh no, Bumble sucks. This is on Hinge.
Damn, all of my friends I know are on Bumble.
Are they all ladies?
No.
Well, good luck. Because I get like 1 or 2 matches on Bumble a day, and not a single one of them has open dialogue. Because that's the thing with Bumble, is that the women or femme presenting folks, like, they open up dialogue. right? And they never do. I think it's just a vanity thing at this point. So I don't bother. I deleted it. I deleted it yesterday because I was like, I'm fucking fed up of. Like literally, my introduction line is, "Ask me about my houseplants."
What kind of houseplants do you have, James?
I have a sweet pea that I found. Her name is Jessica, and I also have like this cactus, and his name is Dumbledore.
Your cactus's name is Dumbledore? Why is your cactus's name Dumbledore, James? Expand on that.
Because its Latin name has Phoenix in it, right? And the first name that came to my head after Phoenix was Dumbledore. Like this was, I've had this plant for like fucking 5 or 6 years. But yeah, well, I got spider plant upstairs, which doesn't have a name actually. But they all have their personalities.
Nice. Yeah. Your plants have personalities, James. That's wonderful.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
I'm so glad that you're so in tune with the nature of your household. I tell you,
honestly, I need more oxygen in my house. That's why I got them. You
gotta. I mean, listen. Everybody's got to breathe, right? You're just doing it better than the rest of us.
I'm just trying to breathe better. Yeah, exactly.
Just trying to breathe better, and who could blame you, really?
Trying to breathe good. It's hard. But yeah, because my beforehand, like this was like a couple years ago. My whole thing was, basically, I would unabashedly like say, "Do you want to play Dungeons and Dragons?" Like that was my whole thing, because I just wanted more people to play Dungeons and Dragons with. I didn't actually care about dating. I just wanted to play D&D with people, and I still want to do that. It's just a lot of people, they got scared away when I said that, understandably. But now it's like I don't even start a conversation. Like because every time I fucking start a conversation and I ask about somebody's passions, right, I just feel like I'm talking to a robot. Like yesterday, literally someone, it was on Bumble again. No, it wasn't. Sorry, because I never get a reply on Bumble. It was on Tinder, actually. Like someone replied with a period, just a dot, right, a full stop, right, and I replied with a robot emoji, right, and they replied. Hang on, let me fucking get the message, because
I didn't see this posted on our Tinder, so it must not have happened.
They replied with so what kind of ladies are you matching with? Sunshine emoji, sunshine emoji. That's what you replied to a robot emoji, Mrs. Robot, fucking robot. You're a robot, is what you are. Beep boop, motherfucker.
Yeah. And how'd that go?
I'm like, it didn't go. Of course, it didn't go anywhere because it's a fucking robot. Like, man, you either match with people who have social anxiety and can't open a conversation, right? Or you match with robots. That's my date in life anyway. And it's even worse for me because, like, I mean, I'm not to say woe is me, but like, I actually want to open dialogue and get to know somebody, right? Really get to know somebody.
Yeah.
Right, and like people it's just the same. It's just like, if I do get into an actual dialogue, it'd be, "Hi, how are you? Not much, you." Fucking, I give you fucking 4 paragraphs of what I've been up to. Fucking reciprocate, right? Because when I see that shit, I think, okay, well, if I'm gonna spend time with you, right?
This is what time is gonna be.
This is what's gonna exactly. So I immediately check out. I'm like, no.
That's smart, James. You're so smart, bud.
Fucking hate it.
Fucking hate it. Don't blame you, dude. Dating
Welcome,
sounds
Iggy.
Exhausting. Hey, Iggy. Iggy Bollinger. Welcome to chat.
Youngest brought a spider plant home, and I've got a seed starter with lavender. Lavender is such a good plant. It's so hardy.
We used to have one of those in our home.
Lavender?
No, well, we still do. We have a couple of those outside. Yeah, May's garden is pretty dope. TBH.
Oh, are there pictures?
I will ask her to share some with you, James.
Let's go.
but we have some lavender. We have some lilacs too. It was like got raspberries now as well. Like, so there's like a raspberry bush out there. It's making raspberries and shit.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Is that what you asked me? What my favorite jam was?
Oh, we probably won't have enough to make raspberry jam. But,
okay. Well,
I did notice that we had I'm sorry, James. I didn't mean to get your hopes up for fresh homemade raspberry jam.
I could have had some fucking raspberry jam homemade.
I didn't promise you that, James.
Oh man.
I didn't say it was gonna make you raspberry jam.
Burger sent me a message. This is why I love Burger. I'm wondering if this is why I love Burger. Like, Burger just sends me a message saying, "Jams, what's your favorite kind of jam?" And I'm like, "Ooh, that's a great question. I'm a basic bitch, so my favorite jam is raspberry jam because it's the best jam. It's cheap and it's no nonsense and it's good on toast.
It is also my favorite jam." So then
your favorite jam was the spicy jam, jalapeno.
I mean, well, yeah, it's different. Like, if we're talking fruit jams, it's raspberry jam all day.
Right, yeah, jamming. Okay.
Jamming. We jamming.
We are literally jamming right now.
So as you can see, I'm doing. I don't know if it's coming through very well on the camera, but I am doing some highlighting and some layering here. Trying to follow the muscle contours, but I need to make sure that there's some consistency in this because there's a fair amount of brush strokes happening that I don't like. It's not what glazing is all about. Is these like pools? Let me see if I can find a way to make this a little more pleasant for everybody.
You're a fine brushstroke.
Oh boy, it is getting a little toasty.
It's getting real hot.
Oh my goodness!
Boy, it's only spring. Jesus.
Oh my goodness, James. Goodness me.
We were at the park last week when you were live. You both made a lot of progress. Yeah. I don't know when we'll be done with these, but I need to ask you a question, Itchy Bugs.
What's up?
Did you get an email yesterday?
Did I get an email yesterday? From
your fulfillment company that tends to deliver stuff from a certain board game company?
Oh no, I did not get an email yesterday. But it's likely that my shit's on a different timetable as yours.
Yeah.
I got an email a bit ago asking me to confirm my address, which I did.
Okay. Yeah, it might be done differently over there as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a different logistics company doing ours that's doing yours, but I did get that. I am anticipating that coming shortly. I'm going out to a board game day next month where I don't know if you remember Andrew.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Andrew's house next month, and I was like, I got the shipping notification at the beginning of the month being like, oh, hey, this is going to get shipped, and I messaged Andrew, and I was like, hey, by the way, I'll have your game for you when we come to board game day. And then it turns out that I'm a fucking liar because I will not have Andrew's board game ready for board game day.
I will in fact not.
I will in fact. I will. They did not. As Ron Howard's voice comes through, they did not in fact have Andrew's board game for Andrew's board game day.
Hey Sherry.
Sherry's here. Hello.
James types 4 paragraphs. Rando K. Exactly. Dumb.
Put some effort in. God.
Yeah. Like I will literally. I'm not a catch, right? I'm not a catch, right? But literally, I just do anything. You know, I look at when you say shit like that. I look at you as if you were a beach fish. You know, it's just like there's no hope for you. I can't put you back in the ocean.
Why can't you have a beach fish back in the ocean? What are you, a fucking monster?
Oh no! Why is this?
You heard it here first, everybody. James wants fish to die.
I hate fish.
James hates fish.
I mean, I actually don't like fish. Like, I don't fish as a food.
Oh, that's not even. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I hate fish.
I'm gonna tell May that you don't like fish.
Okay.
It's gonna put it's gonna be on you to put your friendship with May at jeopardy like that.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I come from an island as well, so can you imagine? Like, the amount of conversations I've had with people from England, right, who were like, "You don't like fish, and you live on an island?" Yeah, so fucking what? I don't like that the fish is literally from anywhere. It's had like fucking all kinds of shit flown through it. It's disgusting.
It's got
It's like
it's more than likelihood got microplastics in it.
exactly. It's just I don't like. Like, I also, by the way, this is not me saying that all fish should be factory like fucking like a production line, because also I don't agree with that. I just don't like that. I don't like water as it is, but like when fish are like, oh yeah, no. I think also the thing that kind of puts me off fish. Maybe this is like an irrational kind of thing. I say maybe, it definitely is, right? But when my nana used to get fish and chips. My nana, by the way, was a devout Christian and was very, very proper. She was from a good family, like in terms of like like middle class to higher, and she was a very proper. But when she had a fish and chips fish in front of her, man, she would just, she just ripped that thing apart like with her fingers. Like, and it was like I would look at my nana eating it, and be like, no, I'm good actually.
I don't want that.
Still want that, so I think that's also a part of it.
It's funny you describe it that way. And a very similar reaction to the male gender. No, don't want that. It's nah. Y'all can keep that. I'm good. So yeah, it was actually I had a friend who I'll not name.
Shall not be named.
Shall not be named. But I going through their own weird their own gender stuff. Asked about that story. So I thought about it. I hadn't thought about it in a bit. I don't know if I ever told that story in a stream, but I can.
Excuse me.
With appropriate consideration for.
I can change the subject if you like.
No, it's fine. It's actually I think it's an interesting experience. That I hadn't thought about objectively since it happened. But I was at a meeting. For folks who may not know, independently of my day job in the logistics capacity, I also am an events organizer.
Really fucking good one.
I'm pretty okay. Like I haven't been really good in a while, but I'm trying to fix that this year.
Fucking, you say that. Fucking lanyards like full of shit from 2016.
Yeah, I got a couple good pins. It's true. Did you Google my pins, James?
You shared them.
I did share my pins. Anywho.
Oh my god, just show me your pins, please reply.
I did. Well, you didn't reply. It was the problem.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, actually, you're right. I should show you my pins on my bag.
Yeah. So anywho, I do have pins. They're lovely.
I don't like fish either. Finally, another non-fish eater.
Oh, Iggy.
Also, technically, everyone lives on an island. I mean, yes. Well, no, actually, they don't, because there is a classification for it.
Yeah, you have to be like Australia. I don't even think technically is an island.
That place is almost as big as it's almost as big as the U.S., right?
Yeah, Australia's huge.
Yeah, it's like massive.
I would go so far as to say if you're a continent, you're not an island.
Right? Yeah. In the UK, I mean, the UK once people may have seen it as a continent, but no longer.
The sun never sets in the British Empire, James.
Ordered a booster box of Digimon cards that's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. Let's go!
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So I was at a meeting for an event for a shelter, and there was a very crass joke written on a board at the expense of this the act of which would drive a woman to a shelter of the kind we were supporting. And I called it out, and like people laughed at the joke, which was a very upsetting. And then B, like other people, in addition to those people, had gotten upset that I had called out that it wasn't even a joke and that it was fucked up and mean. And so on my hour and a half drive home, I had that epiphany of like, nah, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Granted, that's just a narrow band from my area. But it's fascinating just how much my like whole social life changed when I stopped hanging out with those folks.
Oh yeah, it's like wild how different your life is.
How many people like just from that community that I like knew and hung out with all the time.
Yeah.
And how many that were just kind of like shitty.
Yeah. There's definitely people in my life that I've moved away from after I've said my piece, and they've just like not really taken it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there's people I just said fuck off to. In fact, there are a lot of people I just said fuck off to. Like, I mean, there are so many people in my life where they've just said some really problematic shit, and if they don't listen to you and they don't want to listen, like there's nothing you can do. You can just say fuck off.
Yeah, that's totally okay in that context of if people don't want to change, they won't.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes like you can gaslight. I mean, I gaslight myself all the time. Sometimes you gaslight saying, "Did I make the right decision?" And then you think about what they did, and it's like, yes, it was the right thing to do. Is this dried yet? Oh my god, this fucking plastic paint is trash. Plastic glue, sorry.
I could have told you that.
It's not even drying.
Yeah, absolutely. They do need to be called out. But this was a Warhammer event coordination in central Pennsylvania, which is basically Arkansas.
Eesh.
Yeah. But it's the only place to go. And then it's funny because a friend of mine, like after post-COVID, a friend of mine started playing with like there's a second community of people I was just never connected to downtown, because they're part of a community. The owner of the store they play at boycotts PAX for much the same reason. Well, because Adam Krahalik is. Never mind.
Okay.
One of the people. One of the people who writes the comic is a noted asshole. The guy is not allowed at PAX. As I understand it, he just doesn't show up and is generally kind of a shithook human being. I can't speak I can't say anything like specifically about it. I've never met the person, but it's well documented. You can Google it.
Are there conventions that you have organized for or been to that you would raise above PAX?
No.
No. Which PAX is your favorite?
PAX Unplugged. PAX Unplugged.
Unplugged.
That's my home show. It's in Philadelphia. I was like the first. It was the first PAX I ever did. Was the very first PAX Unplugged. They found me, ironically, by Googling, and I popped up.
Yeah. What is it about PAX Unplugged you like?
It's a tabletop convention. It's very chill. It's one of the most like wonderfully warm, like affirming places I've ever been. I recommend anybody go to PAX if you can afford to travel and can be in town for the trip. Like, it's a great time.
I always hear great things. Like, I really do want to go to a PAX one day because I always hear great things.
Bitch, that come from update your passport. I've been trying to tell you.
Anyway.
Don't you
so guess what happened to the UK today?
You sass me, boy.
I'm not sassing you. I just literally can't do it. So we can move on.
I mean, okay.
So, almost everybody in the UK had a message today that was kind of funny.
What's that?
We all got warned.
Warned of
Everyone
what?
got warned on their phone. It was a test. Everybody got warned of a new emergency warning message. So almost everybody's phones screeched at them and started talking to them.
That's funny.
All at the same time at 3 p.m. But it turns out that our government couldn't even get that right because they fucked up and not everybody got it. So even people, if you have D&D on or you have like airplane mode on, then it won't go through. But even people who didn't have that on, either those two things on, they still didn't get it. So I think it's also network based. As well. Is it the Amber Alert in the UK? Yeah, it was that test thing. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Amber Alerts worked out really well for us, just generally just for awareness stuff.
Yeah. It was scary because I was on the loo at the time. And my phone was in my pocket. And it just started screeching. I was like, what the fuck was happening? And then I suddenly remembered it's April 23rd, 3 o'clock. They were going to do a thing. Oh, there we go. It's finally started to set. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it for a bit. Sorry, I'm not doing much more paint on this girl right now. I want her to be set because I want to see what she looks like and what shadows she's putting down on this rock before I do anything else.
Super smart. I'm just going through and reinforcing some of the colors I painted in here. They're a little thin, so it's going to take a bit more than I had initially wanted it to really build this up. But I think taking it slow is really the way.
It's not a race, it's a marathon.
Yeah, especially with these bigger ones, you can take your time.
At least it was 3 p.m. and not 3 a.m. Yeah, like I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. It was just funny because the time it happened at, and I completely forgot about it, even though we've been warned about it for like 2 weeks now, I think. I saw a tweet today, by the way, that you might appreciate.
I will certainly appreciate it.
It's a picture of just Light Yagami looking off into the distance, and it's me after realizing I was too sad today and I wasn't silly like I planned. It's just me. I get up, I go, okay, today I'm gonna do all these things. I'm gonna be fucking man boss. I'm gonna get this shit done, and then I get sad and I don't get silly.
Damn.
Unless I've been awake for 24 hours. So, and then I get silly.
Real quick, James, I don't think we finished talking about it yesterday. Did you see the reveal for the campaign that Matt Mercer is going to be piloting for D20?
I haven't seen the whole thing. I just know that it's happening. And I saw his gorgeous face doing his praying emoji.
Yeah. So it's going to be the campaign they did called The Crown of Candy, which was Game of Thrones, but what if Candyland?
Okay. What's Candyland?
Candyland. You've never heard of Candyland? You're fucking with me, right?
What is Candyland?
It's a board game, beloved children's board game.
No, I have not heard of it.
Where it's just a land of candy. It's move spaces. Gonna be a whole lot of Matt Mercer, Daddy Gandalf. I am not a Zelda person. I can't speak for James. I am not at all even a little bit excited for Tears of the Kingdom.
I did when I was playing DII yesterday. I spoke with Sai a little bit and folks who are in the chat about how hype I am. I'm not excited. But I'm not disinterested. I'm somewhere in between.
Yeah.
About the game, but I don't have any kind of ideas about what the game's going to be when it launches. From what I've seen so far, it looks like Breath of the Wild, but with flying. And my main, if they're going to make it appealing to me, the world needs to be fuller, and it needs to actually have like a full world, not just a copy paste world, because that's what Breath of the Wild was. And at the time, it was great at the time, right? But then we got even before Breath of the Wild, we had Witcher 3, which filled its world so well. yeah, and then Breath of the Wild came out, and yeah, I understand it's post-apocalyptic, but at the same time,
it's snakes and ladders. The board literally had snakes on it. No, they had a shoots version because children were afraid of snakes, and there were slides like you'd see on a playground.
Yeah, we grew up with snakes and ladders. I had a snakes and ladders board.
The board literally has shoots on it. Now we're fighting amongst each other. This is what the boomers
want. Is this a joke?
Want.
Is this like a
no?
Bit?
It's called shoots and ladders here.
I'm gonna be very no, I'm not gonna be controversial. This is not a controversial take. I'm gonna be very political here, right? And say the US gets rid of the snakes and ladders, but they won't get rid of AR-15s.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid our children don't understand that we have freedom for guns.
But they're like, oh no, snakes! Oh, that's where we draw the line.
I mean, it might encourage children to go play with snakes. You don't know.
Have you know, by snakes and ladders, I never went out and tried to play with snakes. And you know why? Because England has no snakes.
Yeah, thank St. Patrick for that.
Well, we have slow worms, which are snakes, and we have adders, but you don't see them.
Yeah, because animals know to leave people the F alone.
Yeah.
Animals don't want to fuck with us anymore.
Shoji was bitting. I get it. I thought you were bit. I thought I got like a bit vibe from you, Shoji. I thought that was a bit. But yeah, I just find that funny. You get rid of shooting snakes. I'm sorry. I won't. I know this is not a comfortable subject for a lot of people. So I will move on after this. But I saw a video today from a recent gun convention where this company was selling the JR-15, which is a AR-15 for kids.
Are you kidding me?
It's 2.2 pounds, and it has a key lock on it, or like some kind of pin lock on it, so kids can't shoot their mothers like they have done in the past few months. You know, but of course they're going to figure that out.
Kids are smart. They're smarter than a lot of these red caps give them credit for. I'll tell you that much.
But yeah, when I saw that, I watched the video. I'll send it to you later on. I saw a video of these guys. They're just talking about this dad of two is talking about. Oh yeah, I teach my kids. I've been teaching them to shoot an AR-15 since they were 3 years old. You know, and I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I look at these JR-15s and I think, oh, I can't wait to go hunting with my kids with those. You're gonna go hunting with an AR-15?
Yeah, you need that 7.14 millimeter full metal jacket rounded, go straight through a fucking deer like it, just go boom.
You know what he seriously said? Like those two things that were said, right? That just made me go, oh, they made me slap my forehead, right? The guy that was selling it, the merchant, said, and if you want, you can just put, you know, we've actually, whatever fucking, I don't know the words, we've done something to the muzzle so you can just stick a suppressor on there. Why would you need to stick a suppressor on a kid's gun?
Guys, you don't understand to find nuances of a sport like buck hunting. You see, when you got the buck hunting, you got the buck right there on the side. You just got to give it. You know, you can't really be thinking about whether or not you're close enough, far enough away. You got a suppressor on. You'd be much closer than you would be before. And you just, you know, again, you line that shot up and you just go boom.
The other thing was the guy that was basically making the review for the video was saying, oh, I see you got whatever rail on here, whatever the fuck, I don't know gun jargon. I'm from the UK where we have gun laws, right? And he was like, you could put a red dot sight on here for sure.
Oh, absolutely. You need that red dot sight when you loading up and on your kid's firearm. you can't, when the government comes and they want to take your guns away, you got to be able to get red dot sight on it, because that way, your kid's gonna be a lousy shot to begin with, and you just need that practice shot, and you just line it up and it goes boom.
Yeah. I got a JL-15 for 50 of my kids. Whenever the government come down to my house, I got an army for them to go through,
Yeah. Gonna go through the children first.
The meat shields first, and then they're gonna meet Big Daddy with my Big Daddy AR-15. You best believe it.
I mean, he probably has like a 50 caliber Barrett. Shoot up an entire police squadron. Make a car explode.
I saw a video of a gun owner talking to a lesbian recently, both talking about being strapped. Oh my God. One is far more deadlier than the other. Well, I mean, that depends who you're talking to, right? I mean, if you're talking to probably the guy that had the gun, he's probably saying that the lesbian is actually more dangerous.
Yeah, that's right. It's a woman that found a way to escape.
Right, it's a woman. For starters, it's a woman.
Part 1.
2, they're part of the LGBTQ plus community, which means they are a target. Cool boy.
Yeah.
Welcome to Itchy Painty.
This is the miniature painting program about political politics.
No, okay, that's fucking glue didn't work. Okay, whatever.
You hear James being a sweary boy.
I'm having to hold this mini with my sweaty hands, and
It's probably why it's not working.
No, it's on the base. The base is fine. Like I haven't touched the feet or the rock. I might have to rub some of the paint off, maybe. Or I could just put a magnet on there and hope that she stays on.
Yeah, I think either of those are completely functional plans. So you'll see what I'm doing here is I'm taking I'm just going through and highlighting the tentacles as they're kind of going up her body, reinforcing the glazing effect. The next thing I'm gonna do is on some of these tentacles that are getting highlighted, I'm gonna take the some of the white skin tone we've been working with. Absolutely. We'll take a look at those probably after the stream.
Put them in the meat. Yeah, I stuck them in the Itchy Painty. Oh, you mean? Oh, ignore me. I'm fucking.
James is high right now.
I wish it was.
on a 423.
A 423?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Irish 420.
433.
433 and a... No, I'm not going to say that.
No, that's...
That's the thing. That's the thing that's said.
Yup.
I don't know where that came from.
Solidarity with our Irish brothers. You guys got out. Meanwhile, people in Scotland are like, take us with
you. Yeah. I mean, they're doing the best they can right now. Yeah. They're like fucking. They're. Yeah, we just had a reform that's basically again attacking trans folk, and Scotland went no. And
we're
now
not doing that.
And then the UK is trying to basically punish them for that. And yeah, it's kind of great actually, because you've seen a lot of you've seen there's a petition for it to be looked at in government, and the UK is just like, this should be fucking looked at. Look at it again. There's like millions of people who signed up to it. They won't look at it though. I always find those things are fucking useless, because you have to have the right people in government, and right now the right people are not in government.
Yeah, it's an interesting time for I like change because they just keep doubling down. It just keeps galvanizing people against them.
Bastards, all of them. Oh fuck! Sorry, guys. I just nudged me. Might go a bit brighter with this. Paint fumes? Oh, maybe. I mean, yeah, Citadel plastic glue probably not good for you.
Might not be the right kind of plastic, James.
What, for this girl?
Yeah.
Because she's resin.
Yeah, that's why your plastic glue's not working, friend.
Okay. What do I need then?
Super glue.
Duper glue. I need to get some duper glue. Actually, I might have some in my old mini case. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
I need
What? You need what?
Actually, I might have a better idea for something to do for IP. So I recently got my phone replaced because the screen was cracked.
Okay. What'd you get?
Pixel 7.
Nice.
So I still have my old Pixel 6, which still works fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking I might be able to utilize that to film Itchy Painty because the camera on it's probably nicer than what I have and has like controls, right? So I'm wondering if there's a way to utilize that as a camera for my computer.
So I tried that a year ago
Mm-hmm.
with an app, and it didn't work very well. But maybe stuff has advanced since then. Because I also had the similar idea. I wanted to use the camera on my S22. Sorry, no, it was my Huawei back then. But yeah. Oh, 20s, Iggy. But yeah, hopefully that's advanced a little bit. I know there are apps. I know like you can use like on Samsung anyway. There's a thing I think it's called Dex where you can basically control your phone from your PC.
Nice.
So I'm wondering if you can do it through there, maybe. These Brushies are not behaving themselves.
They are not. Yeah, I know this. I know
It's
this,
not
James.
behaving.
I know this. I know this. It is rough. I know. It's fine though. You'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
He's good, yes?
He's good. Hey, guess what?
What's up?
I might be a player in a game.
Really?
Well, I think it's a one shot. I'm not sure, but yeah, with Muzu as a DM.
Nice. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It was nice to have been invited to that. I declined, unfortunately.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
It's because of me. It's because I'm there.
That's okay. I was also invited to participate in a game.
Ooh.
My friend Amy is in a live stream cyberpunk game.
Oh, an actual play?
Yeah, and
Nice.
I've been, if they're in a spot right now, but be a like a in a one shot or a two shot or something.
Like a guest spot.
Yeah. which once we're done, I do want to talk to you about something else that I can ask her about, because she is now the community organizer for a game that I very much enjoy called Stellaris.
Oh, cool. Yeah. We love Stellaris here. I think that was one of our first conversations, actually. It was about Stellaris.
It might have been. There's apparently a new co-op thing happening in the game.
Two times.
This is so cool, by the way. Sometimes I love a really nice, like I give synthetic brushes a hard time all frequently. But when you get a nice like synthetic tip brush, it's like fresh and it's got like that nice point on it. There's nothing better for thin lining stuff like I'm doing right now.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah. As people watching get a good view of this process here. We're just going on with an extra color to cool these very warm lines up. So earlier, before stream, James and I were talking about a movie coming up, which we may or may not have mentioned already. Movie is called
we have now.
The Last Flight of Demeter, which is a reference to Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Demeter being the ship that Dracula chartered to take him to London. Yeah. And the reference in it is like it arrives with like all hands lost.
Excuse me. Apologies, guys. Yeah, it looks really, like as I was saying to you, it looks like a nice horror movie to watch in the evening.
Yeah.
So a little bit like adds to the Dracula mythos.
I do like that. I like that a lot, actually. Like that's part of the reason I really enjoyed when we watched the Thing sequel. The Thing prequel. Which I gotta tell you, I wish somewhere you could find the pre CGI cut of that, because I would have liked to have seen that movie without so much bad CGI. If that makes sense.
There was definitely a. I was thinking about this recently. There was a point in history when it came to video, like filmmaking, where bad CGI was not good. Like there was a point where CGI was just kind of being used for everything, and everyone was like completely fine with it. Right? I want to say it was like early 2000s, but then when we get to the late 2000s and maybe early 2010s is when the audience started to kind of go, ooh. This doesn't look good.
Yeah, you see just how bad it was. Like think about how bad the CGI was in like the first Transformers movie.
Right, yeah.
Like, looking at it now.
Yeah. It was not good.
Kind of just tracing these lines in here. This has been really nice to be able to just like explore my process and how I do stuff, because I'm not the neatest person with brushwork, but because I like to utilize pretty thin layers, I can usually get away with being a little less neat and still get like a really cool effect that I like going for. Like on the back of her thighs here, I kind of like I almost call it like a sketch effect. Whereas as I add the layers, the sketch effect kind of like lays over it.
This is a mistake. Sorry, I was trying to get some paper.
Sauce is suspended in white sauce over savory scones. Yeah. Jumping in a giant wolf. I do love biscuits and gravy. It's funny. There's a person from PAX who comes for every PAX, who comes from Australia, and always brings Tam Tams. There's a store here, a famous German variety. It's an import store. It's called Lidl.
Oh yeah, I remember talking about that.
It's very fancy. Very exclusive.
We have Tim Tams over here. They're called penguins. So, like, if you come over here and you want a Tim Tam experience, get penguins.
I mean, I think at this point you can kind of just get Tim Tams from places.
They're not readily available over here. But then again, we have penguins. I don't think we need them.
Worse Tim Tams, you mean?
You have not tasted them, so you don't know.
Listen, I've had Hydrox cookies. I can tell you.
No, you can't. You cannot.
You don't know. You don't know my life.
You cannot judge something you have not tasted.
You don't know that I haven't tasted penguins.
Have you tasted penguins?
I might have.
Tell me, truthfully, have you tasted penguins?
I genuinely don't know. Listen, I hang out with a lot of English people, and we often drink a lot. So it's possible that I've had them before.
So you made that judgment without knowing.
I mean, Tam Tams are just really, really freaking good, and everybody knows that the British just do the same thing but worse. So like, it's not that I like just made that status up. It means that I went and I pulled based on like empirical evidence that I could cite. You can cite sources that the British just generally make things worse. Okay. That's verifiable science.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't agree with you.
You don't agree that the British just make things worse?
No, I don't agree with you that penguins are worse than Tim Tams.
Oh. But you do agree.
You're like trying to raise this up to a fucking another 5 levels. I'm just talking about fucking penguins, man.
Like just talking about penguins, man. So just prepared to speak for the unrepresented masses. But I will say, I think it's really messed up that they'll let Australia be in Eurovision.
Why is that messed up?
What's Eurovision stand? Hey, anybody in chat? Eurovision. What's that stand for? What's Eurovision stand for? Just real quick.
Oh, right.
Real quick.
Well, you know, they needed more drama, you know, and who's going to bring the drama more than Australians?
No, I think that's offensive. And I think you should apologize for what you said.
I don't need to fucking apologize to
you Australians. You need to fucking apologize.
We don't fucking need to say anything, cunt. We don't need to say anything. The British and the Australians, we have a relationship.
Yeah,
we hate each other.
We hate each other.
But if any other nation tries to come in here, right, and tries to insult one or the other, we're gonna fucking defend them. Is what we're gonna do.
We got to team up against the outsiders.
Exactly. What are we talking about in chat right now? There's like a lot of food talk.
I think we were talking about biscuits and gravy.
Oh my god, you eat muzu. All right, because muzu comes across as a penguin, likes penguins. No, I don't eat muzus. Yeah.
You wouldn't eat them if they were named after your friend?
That's a really deep question.
Well, can you answer the question, James?
I don't think I can.
Would you eat the penguins if they were named after your friends? Just answer the question and we'll move on.
I can't move. I can't answer the question. I can't. It's too tough.
Would you eat the moon if it was made of Rios? It's an old SNL sketch based off of a very famous commentator, like from Chicago, I believe. His name is Harry Carey. Harry Carey! It was a very rambunctious personality, but it was like Space the Infinite Frontier. And he had like Jeff Goldblum on as a scientist.
Well, because he is. He's a scientist of life, is what he is.
And experience.
Yeah.
And experience.
And experience?
Yeah, life and experience.
And experience.
Yeah.
I could do something about this girl's hair. Sorry, guys.
It's totally okay, James. I forgive you.
We gotta wiggle.
No, I dropped a brush.
Have I ever told you how much I hate Corax White?
Yeah, absolutely. I hate most white colors.
Okay. I think that might be enough. Oh, maybe. I don't know. It came out like poop still. Okay. That for me. Exactly. They're a penal colony, you know, they still respect where they came from. It's like I always say it's like the Scandinavian countries. All the Scandinavian countries, they hate each other.
But God forbid anybody speaks bad about them.
If you come for any of them and you are not from any of those countries, you're gonna have a bad time. All right, and the Scandinavians are happy people. So imagine what kind of like fucking
deep-seated enmity gets between them.
Yeah, like it's gonna you're gonna get all of that. Man, I love Scandinavians. That's great people. Some of the best people I've met in my life have been Scandinavians. Oh. I have to say that though because they conquered us, you know.
Who? The Scandinavians?
The Danish mainly, but yeah.
It definitely was the Danish. Fucking Harold, huh?
Fucking Harold ruined everything. Well, made everything better. I mean, it's your perspective, really.
Did you prefer like Saxon rule versus Nordic rule?
No. No, I would prefer Nordic rule for real.
Yeah, Odin's a pretty cool guy.
Nah, it wasn't because of Odin. It was just because they had a cooler lifestyle, you know? Like, like Saxons, they were just all greedy people.
Their language is lame.
Right, yeah.
It's so funny. I was playing back when it came out, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh yeah.
Which is not a bad game, but it's just rife with just poor pronunciations for names.
Oh, give me an example.
Leicestershire.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No, really?
Oh yeah. That shit was notable. That I haven't played that game in I guess almost years at this point, and I fucking remembered that one. Leicestershire was something that was said in that game.
No.
Yeah. Leicestershire, James. That's what was
ruined.
Said. Yeah, by people who just didn't speak, by French people from North America, of all things.
Yeah,
I think that was made
by deliberately. That's what they did. They did that deliberately just to piss us off.
Just to piss you off. Just to piss the British off.
Yeah.
You stood on the shoulders of giants.
Light a chest. Next, you're going to tell me is they pronounce it Worcestershire.
Worcester sauce. I know how to pronounce that shit. You're not going to catch me on that.
How did they pronounce Norwich?
I don't fucking know, James. How do you pronounce it? Norwich?
Norwich. Norwich.
Norwich.
Norwich.
Norwich. Is that like Widdis?
No. It's around the UK. It's pronounced Norwich.
But it ends in a CH, James.
Yeah, well, blame the fucking Norse. The Nords, like, they fucking did it. It's another one. I'm trying to think of another one that throws people off. There's like other ones that are just very normal, like, you know, Sheffield, where I live, Mansfield, you know.
I know Mansfield. It's easy.
Exactly, like, it's like very simple. Yeah, you have ones that are very like Mansfield, very finesse, like the Skegness. It's literally sounds how it's literally spelled how it sounds. Yeah, there's all the others that have just borough at the end or bruh at the end, as we pronounce it as.
Bruh.
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 Edinburgh, Loughborough.
Yeah, I did know Loughborough and Edinburgh.
Scarborough.
It's just like in Melbourne.
Oh yeah, Melbourne. That one, from a young age. Fortunately, I have family over there, but yeah, I would constantly, every time my family came over, right, I would talk about them to like my classmates, and I always say, "Oh, my family's over from Melbourne," you know. But it's not. That's not how you say it.
Yeah, I'd probably fucking stab you.
The fucking stab you straight in the cunt.
Straight in the cunt. It's like that old Monty Python sketch.
Oh yeah, Gloucester as well. Yeah, we just, you know, it looks like there's 3 syllables in there, but we just get rid of them all.
Isn't it like Isn't it spelled like Gloucestershire?
Gloucestershire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You just you look at it and you think about like how it's spelled, and you just think, okay, how would that be said without any syllables?
Like, remove as many syllables as possible from the word.
Exactly.
And that's how you say it. That's the ticket. So right now I'm just doing some more highlighting on the tentacles. I'm about to go in again with white and touch up some of the skin tone. I'm afraid that I'm getting to a point now with this where I need to don't know. I really trying to figure out what to do.
Take a break.
I mean, we got a lot of time left to fill.
No, I mean, you could take a break and move on to something else. So, like, I don't know.
Brisbane. Yeah, I do know Brisbane. I do know Brisbane.
I know Brisbane. Yeah, I have real problems with, and it's something I'm trying to work on because I love the way they're pronounced, and that's Eastern European towns. And also like some Scandinavian towns. Like the day I realized that Reykjavik was said Reykjavik, I was like, oh my god, Reykjavik sounds fucking amazing. It sounds like a great name. But if you look at it on paper, it's like, who's that? Mm. Most of the Aussies I chat with are from the Adelaide area. Yeah. Where's Adelaide? Is that east or west? It's like no one fucking lives in central Australia. It would. The place looks like a desert.
I have returned.
Walking back.
Well, I'm back. And I'm ready to go. I'm going to dive in with more skin washing.
More. Skin. Wash.
You don't need to think you need to chill.
It's for when I was younger, Sherry. Like when I looked at that word when I was younger. Like when you get older, you kind of understand how like because J is like something I love pronouncing and stuff. Yeah, but so like when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that makes sense. But when I was younger, say mid-teens to late teens, I would look at that and go, wow, that's wild. And then it's like another one closer to home is Aberystwyth in Wales. That is when you look at that, like, and you know it's called Aberystwyth. When you look at it, you go, oh, that makes sense. But I remember when I first looked at it, I was like, because a friend of mine went to university there, and I asked him how it was pronounced, and I was like, oh, that makes fucking sense.
Entomology is important.
Yeah, I do love the way things are named. Really do. It's also a crux because when I'm naming things, it takes me fucking forever.
Yeah, it's the hardest part of being in the fucking character creation screen, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought of a name like, the DII character I'm playing. What was his name I thought of? It was like I think it was Brilliant Darkspire, I think. I named him.
His name
right.
is like
And I was like,
Mandark.
No. Stop it. Stop ruining my character's name.
It's what it says though when you load him up.
No, it's not. It's fucking, what is it? Mahanan, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's the default Dragon Age name, and it's it sounds like a fucking Skyrim god. Like it sounds dumb. Yeah, but then it doesn't even give you like a confirmation screen. It just, if you press confirm, it just goes into the game, and I was like, ah.
Of course not. I want you to make more characters, start the game over again.
I don't struggle with that one. Yeah, that is pretty interesting, Sherry, actually. The way the brains work. Because I think about this often, like when it comes to things I remember, I will remember stupidly random shit, and it won't ever leave my brain. But really simple stuff just doesn't stay in my brain. It just leaves. It's like, bye. Until... And but then when I'll come across that thing again, I go, oh yeah, of course.
I remember this thing from like this time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to find a reference file.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to find the source in your brain. You need to find your brain wiki. That's what it is. Southwestern coast. Okay. Cool. My family lives in Canberra.
It's near Sydney.
Yeah.
Means they have money if they live in Canberra.
Hmm?
Means they have money if they live in Canberra.
Yeah, they are very rich. One of them is a lawyer, actually.
You fancy lawyer person.
Watch out!
Watch out, fancy lawyer person. It's fancy lawyer person.
Go, boss.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I wish this hair wasn't so gloopy. It looks gloopy, like.
Yeah, like there's not much defined detail.
Yeah. Solicitor lawyer, yeah. I said lawyer because we have an American here.
Is that a barrister or a solicitor?
It's just a lawyer.
Yeah.
Brains don't brain logically, yeah.
You could have said solicitor. I would have understood.
I also don't like the word solicitor.
Yeah, it definitely has big has big vibes.
Yeah, because it's like a solicitor. So obviously, what they're thinking is like, oh, you go to them for advice. So you're soliciting advice, right? But it's just like a solicitor has so many other things it can mean as well. Whereas a lawyer, like it's a lawyer. It's someone who deals with law. It's like it's very obvious. It's like it's like one of the few things where I'm like, yeah, America got that right. Barrister is a judge, yeah.
Yeah, I did know that.
They got their silly wigs.
That's a you. That's a y'all.
Oh, I'd broken. Fuck. I'm gonna do that. Oh well. It's a feature now. Trying to think what else I could do to this. It looks a bit messy, to be honest, but
yeah, I'm doing a little bit of like dialing up now. I'm gonna use this brush. Gonna water this down quite a bit. The interesting anime or Japanese movie I saw a few years ago is the Ace Attorney picture, and how the courts work in that are fascinating.
Oh, the what? Sorry.
The Ace Attorney movie.
I've not seen it.
Have you ever played an Ace Attorney video game?
I haven't. No.
You never played a Phoenix Wright game?
No, I haven't.
Well, typically in a Phoenix Wright game, you play the part of a solicitor, a defense, like you're like it's like half lawyer, half investigator.
Okay.
On the behalf of the defense.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's cool.
It's the one with the meme about objection, right? With a yell.
Yeah. I also been playing the Judgment, which is another game where you Judgment's a cool game. I recommend people play it. In it you play as a guy named Yagami, who is a disgraced attorney. who is a private investigator now. And the case that brought your greatest shame like kind of rolls into your office as an investigator, and you can kind of like figure out what the whole secret was by what happened back then.
Okay.
It's this huge conspiracy, and I love every minute of that game. It's made by Ryugo Kotaku Studios.
Are we sharing a brain cell, Iggy? Is that what's happening?
I think you and Iggy are selling a brain cell, James.
Mm. It's okay. I share my brain cell with a lot of people. So is Judgment based like a Phoenix Wright game, or
no? Judgment is its own thing. It's made in the Yakuza engine.
oh, okay. Does it play like Yakuza?
It plays kind of, yeah, but instead of like a street tough, you're a kung fu knowing
Oh, I see.
detective. It's fascinating too because like the universe in the world itself engages with you differently.
Okay.
When you're playing Yagami, because like he's a respectable like detective in the area.
Wait, Iggy, I'm always thinking of Xenomorph, so
Yeah.
3 days until Alien Day.
You gonna watch Aliens on Alien Day?
I probably will, but I got like a few ideas in my head at the moment about what I want to do. But whether my brain will allow it to happen is another thing.
When does Dark Descent come out?
June 21st, I want to say. I think. Yeah, so when that happens, I mean, we got a new game mode coming tomorrow. Also, in 3 days. Also, Aliens Fireteam comes out on Switch on Alien Day.
Switch Cloud or just Switch?
Switch Cloud.
Which means it works on Steam Deck, everybody.
Woo! Yeah. Might have to play some of the maps in the isolation I haven't played. Do it. Do it. I always revisit that game every like few years.
What's that?
Just to recapture the horror.
I heard the DLC is pretty good.
I haven't actually played the DLC. This is going to sound really hipster of me, but I haven't played the DLC because I feel like it might ruin the immersion of the original movie for me. Like June 20th. Okay, I was a day out. But yeah, I do hear it's very good though. Yeah, I just hope we get more than I predict that we will get a movie cast. We will get a movie poster. And if we're really lucky, we might get like a teaser trailer. Because we've gone 3 years without nothing on Alien Day, other than like fan stuff, like fan content creators and stuff. So yeah, and with like how like the hype train and with the new book that came out as well, they need to ride that hype. Alex White started it. Alien RPG continued it. Aliens Fireteam continued that.
Iggy, you ever play Fireteam with James?
Yeah, it's crossplay now.
Yeah, I know he's always looking for people to play it with him.
Yeah, always.
I just don't have it in me as much anymore. I'll play it every now and again, but yeah, it's like
you're burned out on it now, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah. We played a lot of that game for quite a while.
We didn't play enough.
We didn't play enough, James. We never do. But I also I'm bad at grinding.
Plays Final Fantasy 14.
There's a reason I'm bad at Final Fantasy 14. Jeez.
That's true.
I play socially. Way to be a jerk about it.
It's not on Game Pass. Wait for a really good. It's on a really good sale right now. You can get Aliens Fireteam base game because it's up to I think 70% off. You can get it for like tenner. Also, the DLC is only £6.50 right now, Iggy, or whatever that is in dollars. Yeah, it's the Alien Day sale, so you won't get a bad deal for a bit. Up for some Marine after stream. I'll see how I feel because I'm real deep into Dragon Age Inquisition right now. I play. I'm trying to get inspired again, and when I play these games, they kind of inspire me quite a lot.
Yeah, I feel that.
To do stories. Oh, and just in case anyone is interested, by the way, a game that I'm really interested in doing is Prisoner 13 for Mortal Deeds. This next Saturday is going to be the last time I do a call out for it, and then it'll be put in the vault until I open it again, and we'll be doing another story. So if anyone's interested in doing a heist adventure on a Saturday in Dungeons and Dragons, hit me up. It is. It's heavily inspired by the D&D movie.
There you go, everybody. Heard it here first. Heavily inspired by.
I watched the movie yesterday.
What'd you think?
Say really liked it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Really liked it. Yeah,
I'm
so
surprised.
Good. I'm loving hearing people that don't know D&D like super well, like kind of go into it and experience it. It's very interesting to see what folks' opinion is. Still 60. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy. That really sucks. Yeah, Xbox need to. Maybe they're just slow. I'll keep you updated. Like if I hear anything, like Xbox, if Xbox has any sales, and I'll see if I can give you a bell.
I'm getting close to being kind of done with this one.
Yeah, I don't want to. I keep
at the very least
with
this phase that I'm in, like because the rest of this is just like fetzing at this point.
Yeah.
But this might be an opportunity to have an early show because I'm having a hard time finding new things to do on this one, and I don't have any backups prepared.
Okay.
How you feeling, bud?
I really like how I've done her upper body. I'm not very happy about her legs, but I do want to do more to her armor as well, but I just don't know what I can do.
Let's take a look.
Additionally to her armor.
Let's take a look and see if we can help James switch to.
Because I've washed it, but I think because I painted it in quite a bronzy color, the wash isn't really.
So what we do is we hit it with a silver.
I was thinking that like with the the embedded, like the engraved stuff.
Yeah.
To make it pop a bit. I did try and put like a brilliant gold on there. Sorry, glistening gold from Duncan Rhodes' stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think silver might be the way to go. I'll use that time then to see what the silver looks like. This is like if it doesn't work, then I'll just go back over it. Unfortunately, like there is a lot of detail in the muscle of this giant. When it comes to the really fine details, such as her armor on her chest, the detail's been a little bit lost, fortunately.
Yeah, that's the problem with like some of those mass-produced ones.
Yeah, it's okay. I've got a wish list. It's there. Okay, cool. Yeah. Ultimate Edition I think is £15 on Steam right now. It pretty fucking sucks that Xbox isn't jumping on that.
It's not on Game Pass. I thought it was. I thought it was on Game Pass.
Came off
Oh.
recently. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because that's what Musa was playing it on. But then we managed to persuade Muzu. It was on a big sale on PlayStation, so Muzu got it. PlayStation.
Nice. And started over.
Yeah.
Oof.
And you know me, I'm like, fucking yes, I want to start over again. I will be there for you. Every step of the way.
So James and Muzu played through Alien again. James for the 6th time.
I fucking love that game. And it will happen again with Dr. Sen. And, you know, I'm going to keep saying it until the end of time. But Alien RPG is to thank for this. It gave us so much information on the Alien universe.
If only somebody would play Alien RPG with me. If I had some friend who like was really into aliens and really great dungeon master who might be interested in maybe trying for a friend to try the Alien RPG. I mean, maybe
I've got a scowling face on right now.
If I had some friends who was into that and wanted to do it, like I might even have a spouse who would try that one, with an appropriately engaged dungeon master. But like that's just, I mean, I'm just hyperbolically speaking. I don't have a friend like that. I don't think.
You wouldn't play.
You don't think I would play?
No.
Why?
You wouldn't play.
Why wouldn't I play? Why wouldn't I play?
You don't like me talking about Alien. So imagine if I'm in an RPG about Alien. Like, I'm going to be sitting there just fucking lore bombing everybody the entire time, and you're going to be like, James.
Like, okay, I get that my M4A1 probably wouldn't be able to shoot through this wall. You don't need to explain to me why. Just say no, burger. It can't shoot through the wall.
But I would have May there to back me up.
You would. So think about that. Why don't you?
It is. I do have it on Roll20 now. I bought it on there. So it's all. Yeah, because I tried to. Someone made like a version for. What was that thing we used to use? Tabletop Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really trashed. It's really bad.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but the Roll20 one is officially licensed. It's a VTT. So
I also know that they have their own version of like the D&D Beyond, where you can like manage your game stuff on.
They do
a platform. Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, guys. Just noticed my thing. Yeah, I played that RPG like I think 4 or 5 times. Every time that it's the cinematic one, no one's completed it yet. It's really tough. It's really tough for folks. It does, and you would expect that from that game.
I would.
Most of my wife yell at Sons of the Forest. Oh, Sons of the Forest sounds funny. Like, I think the biggest thing that I find funny about that game is the fact that what's his face, your little NPC helper, the first NPC helper you get is like he's like 90% useful, but then he will chop the tree down that has your tree house in it.
What the fuck?
Kelvin, right? I think he's just like the AI is a bit. You tell him to chop wood and he'll chop the tree that your house is on.
I saw a Spiffing Brit video where he beats that game with a stick. Or a torch.
Sticking with a stick?
Yeah, it's like apparently when it came out it was pretty busted.
Oh.
I wish I liked building games more than I do. I like anti-building games.
Right, you like breaking things.
Yeah. Hard Space Shipbreaker, that's my ideal.
So that's a good game. I haven't put much more time into it, but I did enjoy the time I did put into it.
They added the storyline to it finally, and so the storyline's quite poppin'.
Would you say it's jamming?
I don't know that I would necessarily say that it was jamming, James.
Okay.
Um,
It's not jamming, but it is popping.
but it's popping. The soundtrack's pretty dope too.
It is really good. Yeah. She plays all these life or death survival games and then unwinds. She plays Animal Crossing, and I lightly tease her because it's the same game where there is no character death, pretty much.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really, if it wasn't for Animal Crossing New Horizons during that first wave of the pandemic, I fucking would have lost my mind. That game was a great escape during that time.
That was Final Fantasy 14 for me.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 14 was the same with me for like a couple months. It's a great time sink.
Yeah, it's fun to play with friends too.
Yeah. Kelvin, yeah. Those games are dark as fuck. Like that first game was dark as anything.
The forest where
You
your
have,
son gets kidnapped.
yeah, like at the end you have to kill a child. Like it's really fucking dark.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how dark that game is.
I mean, it gets dark. I feel like there is something you do in it that is even darker than that. But I won't say it just in case we've got now. We've got people who are playing in chat. Or will play. Yeah, I think I've kind of I did like them at one point, but I think I've gone off.
Gotten off what?
Like survival horror.
Yeah.
Like survival horror games, yeah. Like when I say survival horror, I mean that
survival games that are horror themed.
Survival games that have horror, yeah. Whereas like Minecraft, I still really like Minecraft and I can play that game every couple years for about 2 weeks and then I'm good. for another 2 years.
It's funny you mentioned that because I like have a similar relationship with Rust. I had a friend who like will reach out every now and again and be like, "Hey, do you want to play a season?" I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll do a season of Rust.
Yeah.
Just to troll people. Plus, it's fun to play. It's a fun game to play with friends.
Yeah.
You plan raids.
So another when it finally gets fucking released and they have an actual final build. When I was playing 7 Days to Die with Martin and his brother, like that game is very fun. Like it's but it's janky.
Broken,
it's still janky as fuck after like 8 years of being now in early access.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm gonna have to go over this with my coat, I think.
I actually think I do need to call this an early stream because I smelled something from the kitchen and my stomach literally yelled at me.
He was like, a need.
Nerd.
I have a need. Food.
Okay. Plus, I'm at a good stopping point here.
Okay.
Do
you mind if I continue for a bit? Not like off stream, I mean.
I don't care. Do your thing. You were delayed trying to glue something for a while, so you can catch up.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for joining for this, truncated version of Itchy Painty. We'll have some more stuff to paint next week. I will have more parts of this miniature primed and ready to go. We'll move on to the arms and wings, and I'll do the upper body for her skin tone as well. As you can see, the skin tones are totally different.
It's looking really good.
Yeah, I'm really pleased at how it's turning out. It looked really good far away. Anyway, big thank you.
That's the point, right?
Yeah, Iggy Bollinger in chat, Sherry Bryant's art, Choji, Cruise Ship Choji. Am I missing anybody else? I don't think so. Thank you to James for joining us today. And if you are interested in watching James continue, he'll be in the Discord, keeping to paint. Anyway, I love you all. Ivan Berger, y'all have been great. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye.